Right now, you're surrounded by objects that seem ordinary. A mirror, a cup of coffee, maybe even your toothbrush. But what if I told you, some of these everyday things were born out of pure accidents, military secrets, or even acts of desperation? By the time this video ends, you'll never look at these objects the same way again. Let's begin with a mistake that led to a multi-billion-dollar industry. We start in 15th century China. No Colgate, no Oral-B, just bamboo, bone, and pig bristles. Yes, you heard that right. The first toothbrushes were made from the stiff neck hairs of pigs, tied to bamboo sticks. Impressed? It was genius for the time. But imagine being the first person who said, this pig's hair might clean my mouth. Brave or gross? And you think you're brave for trying pineapple on pizza? What's shocking is, people used this method for centuries, until World War II brought a revolution: nylon. Why? Because pigs were too valuable for food and war materials. The next time you brush your teeth, remember, you're holding a legacy of trial, error, and pig hair. Now let's head to something even hotter, and way more explosive. In 1945, a radar engineer named Percy Spencer was working on military-grade magnetrons. The mission? Improve radar systems during World War II. But something strange happened. The chocolate bar in his pocket melted. Confused, he tried something else. Popcorn. It popped instantly. That's when he realized microwaves could cook food. Here's the twist. The company wasn't excited at first. The early microwave was 6 feet tall and cost more than a car. It was marketed for restaurants only. Imagine needing a forklift just to reheat last night's pizza. It wasn't until the 1970s, 25 years later, that the kitchen microwave finally found its way into homes. A delayed revolution that now sits on nearly every countertop. But if you think that's slow, wait till you hear about the world's most inconvenient alarm clock. Let me take you back to 1787. Levi Hutchins, an American clockmaker, was frustrated. He needed to wake up at 4 a.m. for work, but there was no way to set a reliable alarm. So what did he do? He built a clock that only rang at exactly 4 a.m. That's it. No settings, no snooze, no 7 a.m. option, just 4 a.m. forever. Imagine your alarm clock only working for the guy who built it, and you still had to pay full price. It would take nearly a century for adjustable mechanical alarm clocks to be invented. Until then, people relied on sunlight, servants, or even roosters. So what does this all mean? Pig hair, melted chocolate, and one man's obsession with waking up early, they all remind us of something powerful. Behind every convenience we enjoy today, there's a story of accident, obsession, or wartime urgency. We tend to look at the modern world as perfect, polished, predictable. But history? It's messy, chaotic, and sometimes downright ridiculous. And that's where the magic happens. In the next video, I'll tell you how a volcano eruption helped create the first modern newspaper, and what that has to do with Google News.
Subscribe now, because the next ordinary thing you touch might have an extraordinary secret behind it. Hit that like button if you'll never look at your toothbrush the same way again. Which of these blew your mind the most?